Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Jewish Family and Children's Service Brighter Tomorrow virtual event. Our program is about to begin. Before our program begins, we would like to take a moment to thank our major sponsors: the Lubin Lorsch family, Able Financial Group, Judy and Rory Albert, Virginia DeCat, Dickinson Wright, Valerie and Herschel Richter, the Gerald Rosenbluth Family Fund at the Arizona Community Foundation, Enid and Michael Seiden, Sonora Quest Laboratories, and Barbara and Barry Zemmel. Please welcome co-chairs of the JFCS Brighter Tomorrow virtual event, Gail and Ed Ober.
Welcome and thank you. It is our honor and absolute pleasure to be chairing the Jewish Family and Children's Service 13th Brighter Tomorrow event. Gail and I are so grateful to be part of such an important organization. This afternoon, we are joining you virtually so that we can keep our staff, clients, and community safe. Please know, though, that it is our fervent hope that next year we can be together again in person. For 86 years, since 1935, the impact of JFCS has been remarkable. Generations of individuals and families of all walks of life have benefited from the services provided by JFCS. And during the pandemic, so many in our community required our assistance and continue to need our help.
This past year, all of you helped JFCS touch the lives of over 40,000 individuals in the Valley of the Sun. Your commitment helps JFCS provide care for children, teens, and adults facing mental illness, family trauma, challenging financial circumstances, and other serious obstacles. Because of your generosity, the most vulnerable members of our community are living healthier, more productive lives with dignity.
While we have all withstood changes and adjustments to our lives during this past year, one thing that has not changed is our dedication and commitment to JFCS's mission of healing lives. With that in mind, we would like to thank our major sponsors for their generosity in supporting today's event. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lori Henderson, JFCS President and CEO.
Hello and welcome to our Brighter Tomorrow event. We're so glad you could join us. There's been a lot of challenges this year for everybody, and one of our challenges was, do we have this virtual or do we have this live? And we struggled with that quite a bit through this decision-making process. But we thought, out of abundance of caution, to keep everybody safe with the variant and everything that's going on, that we would go ahead and have this virtual. But let me tell you, we are really looking forward to getting together with everybody the same time next year. Well, 2021 was quite a year. Lots of challenges, lots of hurdles, lots of barriers. But I can tell you the good news is we were able to meet our two key goals for this year. And the first one was we wanted to be able to serve similar numbers to what we served last year. And we're happy to tell you that we served over 40,000 again this year. And how we were able to do that is we rapidly ramped up our telebehavioral health and telehealth services virtually. So we were able to help the clients get to the services that they needed. And that was because the biggest barrier that they have by far is transportation and childcare. So now we're at the point where we're seeing over 3,000 individuals by our virtual services. And so that has been a big benefit for us. And then we see an additional 10,000 through our older adult services and our children families program. So this has been really beneficial for everybody involved. Now, our second key goal was we wanted to really get a goal completed that started really probably 7 years ago, where we wanted to have all of our sites fully integrated, both behavioral health and healthcare. So we're happy to tell you that we completed this in this last fiscal year. Now all of our sites are fully integrated. The thing that I want to emphasize the most though today is I want to thank all of you that are here and those that aren't able to be with us for your support throughout the year. and in this event also. This enables us to meet our mission and be able to serve the numbers that we serve. I also want to really thank our board of directors for their oversight throughout the year to help ensure that we have the highest quality services that we could possibly offer for all of the residents in the Valley. Then I want to thank also, last but not least, is our staff. Without them and their dedication, being in the trenches, working with the clients, in home, in office, virtual, that's how we get the quality that we have. So all of you together, I want to give a big thank you to, because that really makes us be able to provide the quality that we provide. So thank you so much for all of that. Now, you're going to hear from our speaker, and I think probably everybody's going to be able to relate to this, because at any given time and at some point in your life, you're going to have some challenges, right? And it may be grieving, it may be anxiety, maybe depression, maybe just adjustment, but everybody goes through things in their life. And she's going to talk about her experience with that. But I'm really happy to tell you that we are proud to be here for all the residents in the Valley to be able to provide support when people are going through difficulties. And although we definitely serve the neediest of the neediest with some very severe situations, we're here for everybody throughout the year, and we really pride ourselves in that. So I hope you really enjoy the program, and stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you, Dr. Henderson, for your update. And most importantly, thank you for your leadership. And now, it is our pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego.
Mayor Kate Gallego is the second elected female mayor in Phoenix history and the youngest big city mayor in the United States. She graduated from Harvard University and earned an MBA from the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Before being elected to the Phoenix City Council, Mayor Gallego worked on economic development for a local utility company, Salt River Project.
Mayor Gallego is passionate about building a Phoenix that is better for everyone and increasing the quality of life for all Phoenicians. Phoenix is now the 5th largest city in the United States and the fastest growing city in the country. Please join us in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mayor Kate Gallego.
Hello, I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. Thank you for inviting me to join in recognizing the tremendous impact of Jewish Family and Children's Service. This organization has been serving our community for more than 85 years. In 2020 alone, JFCS touched 40,049 lives across the state of Arizona. 64% of the people they supported were children and teens. JFCS provided behavioral health and social services to people of all ages, faith, and backgrounds at their 4 integrated healthcare facilities across the Valley. I want to thank Dr. Lori Henderson, Janice Dinner, the Obers, and all of the leadership of JFCS. The board and staff are an all-star group. I'm a strong believer that investing in our young people is one of the best ways to secure the future of our city, and I'm glad that Phoenix has such a strong partnership with JFCS. We have been honored that you've been willing to partner with us on making sure our young residents who face the greatest challenges have support on their journey. You will be glad to know that the vote at the Phoenix City Council to support JFCS was unanimous. Part of the reason why I'm glad to partner with JFCS is the quality of the staff and the facilities. I walk in and I feel like I'm in a high-quality location with a caring, top-notch team. From the welcome area onward, it feels like it's designed with the knowledge that people who are walking in the doors deserve the best. As mayor, I've twice been out in the community, once at a grocery store, and been thanked by people I've never met for the work that JFCS does. I think I get thanked on JFCS behalf because I'm one of the few Jewish elected officials in the community, and it's residents' way of saying thank you to the entire Jewish community for the important work. Both times I've promised to pass on the thanks to those who've actually earned it, so I'm doing that now. Thank you. JFCS, you have a lot of fans in Phoenix. As I mentioned earlier, you also have fans at City Hall. The City of Phoenix is making our largest ever investments in mental health, and I've been thinking of JFCS as a model. If you look at a civics chart of which branches of government are in charge of mental health, You wouldn't say that it's the city, but we've decided to step up anyway. An increasing number of the 911 calls we receive have a behavioral health component. I'm proud to share with you that the largest permanent program expansion during my time as an elected official is an investment in our community assistance program. We're supporting social workers and clinicians who can respond to 911 calls, such as those where homelessness or addiction are the key issues. The program connects people with the resources they need to overcome challenges, including programs such as those that we're supporting today. I hope we'll offer the type of personalized care that JFCS is known for, meeting people where they are and trying to partner to find solutions. Let me provide an example. I recently spoke with a young woman who will be highlighting throughout today's events, and I wanted to share some of her story. She escaped a very unfortunate environment. Her family was torn apart by substance abuse. She entered the foster care system and faced very difficult challenges. She was eventually able to go live with her aunt and uncle and then introduced to JFCS. She recalls it with mixed emotions, nervous, excited to get help, open to new things. After she'd gone through such a difficult experience with her parents, she understandably was nervous to trust anyone. She joined the Transition to Adulthood program and was matched with a JFCS counselor. The program is very personalized. It weighs your wants and interests, then aligns with goals for life skills and other important assistance. Starting out, she battled frequent conflicts, whether it was at school, work, or even with the family members who had taken her in. But that's not the young woman I met. She was polite, a little shy, and very smart. During her time in high school, she worked with a JFCS mentor to complete the FAFSA application and qualify for scholarships. The city has a program to try and get students to fill out that form, the FAFSA, and I can tell you it's very intimidating for most students. But not this young lady. I'm pleased to share she was accepted to ASU. Her aunt and uncle were the first people she told, and then she texted her counselor at JFCS because he was so important to her. He's an ASU grad, so I wonder if his mentorship inspired her to become a Sun Devil. Now she's living in a dorm and learning the challenges of roommates. We shared stories on adulting, needing to buy all your necessities, down to toilet paper. And wow, she completed 18 credit hours. For those of you who don't remember college scheduling, that's a very ambitious semester. Favorite class? Algebra. She found her own job at McDonald's, and she's worked through challenges including rude customers. Her counselor recalled working on money management and responsibility with credit cards, which were a breeze for her. She saves and is frugal. It's these important life skills and the support from JFCS that bring about the impactful life changes through the support of JFCS. Despite all of the challenges and trauma, this young woman is shining. One thing I haven't shared with you yet, she is at the Barrett Honors College. She has so much to offer this community. I'm truly inspired by what she is achieving. There are a lot more people who can thrive when we invest in them. Young people like this woman, but many other people of all ages and backgrounds. That's why I'm incredibly excited to support this organization, JFCS, here with you, help investing in community healthcare, social service, and behavioral health. If you're here today, I suspect you know the importance. As mayor, I want to tell you that there are a lot of people in this community who are grateful that you support JFCS. Thank you so much for coming together today to support this community. Now more than ever, it's valuable that we come together. It's been a tough time. For me, I am still recovering from losing my mom. I suspect all of you have also gone through rough times. So thank you for valuing that we're stronger together, that we can get through the worst and come out on top of it. And because I have barely touched on the work JFCS is doing, I'm going to ask you all to watch a brief video about some of the clients who've been helped by JFCS. Thank you.
My name is Derek Brown. I teach 5th grade at Alhambra Traditional School.
My name is James, and I'm a transition facilitator with the Transition to Adulthood program at Jewish Family and Children's Service.
My name is Emily, and I came to the Jewish Family Children's Service in 2019 through the Transition to Adulthood program.
My name is Miriam Herschel, and I am 102 years old.
I'm truly honored, from the bottom of my heart, to speak on behalf of my student, who wrote a very touching letter to your organization.
I had an unhealthy family situation. My parents were abusive. I was about 14, so I was pretty scared, not really knowing what's going on with my life. I was not doing well in school, not going to school kind of thing. It was just a really hard time for me. I was really just not doing well in general, I guess.
Health is everything. Without health, you have nothing. You know, when the pandemic first started, you were really isolated. That was difficult for me. I heard from my family, my friends on the phone, but I was alone. I had nobody here.
The assignment was for students to write business letters. I allow students to write to whomever they like, and your organization did something to her, to my student, that impacted her enough to choose you over everybody else on this planet.
Transition to Adulthood program is pretty neat because it's completely voluntary. We encourage them that they have control over how involved they want to be.
He came to the house. I was kind of like, this is probably gonna suck, like I'm gonna hate it. But I ended up like really connecting. I think we ended up really connecting.
I've always enjoyed working with teenagers, as strange as that might sound. I mean, the common saying is, somebody needs to stand in the gap for them, and so I like being able to stand in the gap and be just a link in the chain of helping them get to where they need to go. I mean, I had several people help me along with my own personal story, and so it's kind of nice to kind of give back in a way.
As an educator, I understand what it is to learn. You need to keep learning. As long as you're living, you have to learn. The temple closed and they went virtual, and I learned how to go virtual. And then I heard about Jewish family services, and I thought, well, let's see what they have. And I was aghast. I could not believe that they had so many wonderful programs. They're very important for seniors because you're not isolated, you're involved in the community. I take all of Jewish family and children's services classes, and I will continue to do so because it keeps me going.
In the letter was basically a thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for helping people who can't help themselves.
I am 10 years old. I am a 5th grade student and my school is Alhambra Traditional School. My teacher is Mr. Brown and he has assigned us to write to a company. And the only company I wanted to write to was your company. Because you guys care so much of what you do and you do it with so much love, and so that is the reason why I want to write to your company. And I have reasons why I chose your company. Reason 1, because you guys love what you do. 2, and you guys help those who are in need of your care. 3, you guys have helped over 41,832 people, sort of that amount. And those are some reasons why I chose your amazing company. And I have some suggestions for your company. Suggestion 1, maybe you guys could add more people to the job. 2, maybe you guys could add more companies because you guys are really good at what you do. And I also have some compliments for your company. Compliment 1, you guys are really good people. You guys are also really kind and love. 3, you guys are really passionate of what you do, and I hope you enjoyed this letter.
For her to conjure those words makes me as a teacher feel extremely proud. That's my end goal, is for them to make good decisions, make the right choices, be kind to one another, love each other.
I'm doing obviously much better now in college, actually in an honors college. Much more confident about my future and what's gonna happen. I didn't have a lot of goals. I actually wasn't even gonna go to college. I was probably planning to drop out. I would be probably still living at home and not succeeding as well as I am right now.
I thank Jewish Family and Children's Services from the bottom of my heart. It makes me feel great. I don't know what I'd have done without them. That's why I am 102.
To all the people viewing this, I hope you watch this and view my story and see just how life-changing JFCS services can be to someone.
I encourage you, if you have the resources to help JFCS in any way, make that first step. And whether that is something that's easy for you or hard, it's something that's going to benefit us regardless.
It's very important for you also to give Jewish Family and Children's Service a little financial help in order to do the wonderful work they're doing. They need something. So whatever it is, whatever you can do, do it.
Your organization does more than you know. A lot more than you know. Those listening to me right now have to know the value of you giving, the value of your generosity is priceless. What you will be doing is saving lives. You can't do anything better than that.
Miriam, Derek, Emily, and James, thank you for your bravery and your willingness to share your stories. My name is Mark Ginoni, and I'm a member of the JFCS Governance Board, and it's my honor to be speaking with you this afternoon. Today, we have the opportunity to celebrate the fact that this past year, JFCS impacted more than 40,000 lives in our community. Think about that for a minute, 40,000. Literally, the fabric of our community is different because of the work of JFCS and the support of people like you. A number of years ago, my wife Emily and I were on the receiving end of someone else's joyful generosity. And it was through that experience that we were inspired to live a life of our own generosity. You see, generosity begets generosity. At some point in your life, can you think of a time when someone blessed you with their generosity and it changed your life? There's a joy in generosity that is counterintuitive. We give of ourselves and our resources, and in return, we find joy and contentment. Maybe that's why I've never met an ex-generous person. How blessed we are in that we even have the opportunity to give out of our excess. So do me a favor right now, find that form that you received in the mail, or go online and make your gift today. You don't need to wait. JFCS needs our support today. Not only will we be impacting the lives and stories like we heard earlier, but you will be participating in this joy of generosity. There are multiple ways for you to participate. You can give of the Arizona Charitable Tax Credit, $400 for single filers, $800 for joint filers. Or consider a multi-year or regular monthly pledge. Or if you'd like to give through your donor advised fund, please reach out to your financial advisor. Again, we are so grateful to be in partnership with each and every one of you. Your generosity has made our community a better place. And together, we strive for a future where our families are stronger, where our elders are cared for, and where our children are safe. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Janice Dinner, and I have the privilege of serving as the Governance Board Chair of Jewish Family and Children's Service. I have several thank yous to share. First, thank you, Mayor Gallego. We are truly honored by your participation today and so appreciate your meaningful and impactful remarks. Thank you to Gail and Ed Ober for co-chairing the Brighter Tomorrow virtual event and making this event so very special. Once again, thank you to our major sponsors. We truly appreciate your contributions. They make such an incredible difference. And a special thank you to those who have hosted virtual tables and even tables in your homes, offices, or remotely around the world. And I thank you for joining us and making a gift to Jewish Family and Children's Service. If you have not already made a gift, you can make one right here online through the website at jfcsaz.org or by mail. Your contributions assist us in providing essential services to our community. Last but not least, thank you to my fellow board members and JFCS staff for all you do. This concludes today's program. Make it a great afternoon.
Thank you for tuning in to the 2022 Brighter Tomorrow virtual event. Once again, we would like to recognize all of the generous supporters of this event, including our major sponsors: the Lubin Lorsch family, Able Financial Group, Judy and Rory Albert, Virginia DeCaft, Dickinson Wright, Valerie and Herschel Richter, the Gerald Rosenbluth Family Fund at the Arizona Community Foundation, Enid and Michael Seiden, Sonora Quest Laboratories, and Barbara and Barry Zemmel. Please show your support by giving a gift through our website at jfcsaz.org/donate.